that we're going to get some yoga studio in there or something, and we're going to be blaring gangster rap while they're trying to get their namaste on, and it's just going to be a nightmare. So Megan and I decided that, you know what, we can't let this opportunity pass. Yeah, we probably can't afford it now, but we see what's happening with the gym. There's something special going on here, and we were 100% confident that it was only going to get better and that you guys were just going to keep telling people, and we were just going to get more members. And so we went for it without the money to do it, praying to God that we would get more members and that people would come and that we'd be able to cover that first month's rent. And that is exactly what happened. And it's what continues to happen to this day. So up till now, and you guys can kind of see how we got to the point where we are, 6,000 square feet, an amazing building, amazing community, and we're doing amazing things now. So this kind of brings us to I guess, where we're at now and what the overall goal of Coast Range is. I know that we talked about a lot of this kind of with a lot of the people that went through the nutrition challenge, but that was a very small group in terms of our actual membership. So where we're at now, we've gotten to a point with Coast Range CrossFit that our community is solid. Our athletes are amazing. They've been given the tools and the education to understand what proper nutrition is that they need to sleep, what proper training is that they need mobility, what good movement is. We put a ton of time into our coaches and trying to better them and ourselves every single day in order to keep giving you guys better content and to keep making you guys move better and basically to give you guys the best hour of your guys' day. That is our goal at Coast Range CrossFit, is that every time that you're in our gym, that you're in our home, that is the best hour of your guys' day. And so we stress that to our coaches extremely hard, that, hey, you guys better be on when you're in here, because your job is not only to make people move safe, it's not only to make people want to be there, and it's not only to make people better, but it is to make them want to be there for that hour more than they want to be anywhere else inside this entire world. What that does, in turn, is makes you guys go out and tell people, this is the best place in the entire world. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I can't imagine, blah, blah, blah. You have to come. You have to come. And then from there, we are now touching the community outside of the gym that Megan, myself, or the coaches would have never been able to reach out to. So that brings us to where we are now. With that solid foundation set of moving well, great community, awesome space, people having a good time, it comes time for myself and Megan to really start focusing on the real reason why we opened up a CrossFit gym in the first place. And that was, how can we impact Gilroy in a positive way? Not just impact the people that want to do CrossFit within Gilroy in a positive way, but really reach out to the people that don't want to do CrossFit and reach out to the people that have no idea what CrossFit is or would ever even want to step foot in the gym. And we're not saying that to necessarily get them to do CrossFit. What we're saying is that we are starting our lives here. We bought our first house just a mile down the street from the gym, which a lot of you guys have been to. And this is where we are going to be for the rest of our lives. This is where our kids are going to go to school. This is where they are going to grow up. And we want them to grow up in a city that is positive, that is safe, and that we can allow them to run around at night and have a good time and not have to worry about them, or know that when they go to school that they're going to be getting a good education, or that their sports teams they're going to be on are going to be actually good competing sports teams. So now is our time to really start to expand our focus from within inside the walls of Coast Range CrossFit to outside the walls of Coast Range CrossFit. How can we positively impact the schools? How can we positively impact the athletic programs? How can we impact our police department, our fire department, our EMS, everything that comes into making the structure of Gilroy what it is, and then also producing people coming from Gilroy out into the world in a positive way. And what I mean by that is if we can start getting into the schools where the kids are the youngest and start to make them understand that this is how they need to eat, right? That things that come in packages they should stay away from, that they need to get off of their video games and their computers, and that they need to get outside and play with people and have a good time. And maybe CrossFit Kids is something that they want to do, and they should come check it out because they don't actually like regular sports, and the team aspect. They would rather just, play video games or whatever it may be. But starting those kids young and then having them grow up with such a positive influence throughout their entire lives, being around people at Coast Range CrossFit, or having us go into the schools and talk to them and get to know them and to continue to do things with them as they grow, that's only going to impact every single person they touch positively. And that's what we're after now. So where Coast Range CrossFit is at now is not only continuing to make our gym within our walls better, but to also find ways that we can utilize you guys, our members, to reach out to the community and to give them the information that we're giving you guys in order to positively impact them as well. This also comes down to if you guys ever have anything coming up that you guys know about, any events within Gilroy that you think that we should be a part of, any school days that you guys would like us to come to, anything whatsoever. If you guys know people that probably should be doing CrossFit or probably should be doing something to better their lives in a healthier way, send them our way. Let's give them the information. Again, that doesn't mean us necessarily making people do CrossFit. Maybe that's just us sitting down with somebody and having a conversation about nutrition. Or maybe that's us going to somebody's school and doing the exact same thing. Again, not everybody in the world should be doing CrossFit. We get that 100%. And not everybody's going to want to do CrossFit, but that doesn't mean that the positive influences that we have within CrossFit, proper nutrition and sleeping and eating and getting outside and playing and all these types of things won't transfer over to everybody else. So that is our kind of main focus now, is that we need to look at a way that how can we expand the awesomeness that we have inside the Coast Range walls to our Gilroy community in some way. So Megan and I are really looking at some pretty awesome things coming up in the future to make that happen. One of the awesome things that we have coming up, actually just next week, is our Barbells for Boobs event. So every year in October, we do our Barbells for Boobs event. The event is basically a way to raise funds and awareness for women under the age of 40 who may not be able to get a mammogram through their insurance company. So I didn't know anything about this stuff until I actually started doing CrossFit, and I was introduced to Barbells for Boobs. But my best friend in the entire world, the kid I grew up with from the time I was 5 years old, and he still is my best friend, his mom was actually diagnosed with breast cancer. And it was then that I kind of started to pay attention and to look into things, and I found this company called Barbells for Boobs, and it was right when I had actually just started doing CrossFit. And Barbells for Boobs found out that if you're under 40, it's basically impossible for you to get your insurance company to pay for a mammogram, to get a screening for breast cancer. They just won't do it because the likelihood of you having breast cancer at such a young age, blah, 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 the numbers, blah, 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 it's all crap. Whatever it is, it's crap. And Barbells for Boobs is a company that's taking all of the funds that we are raising as a community through CrossFit, and they're allowing people under the age of 40 or women under the age of 40 to go get mammograms and to find out if they do have breast cancer or not. This company has saved multiple lives already. And it's through events like what we're going to be doing on the 24th, the Barbells for Boobs event. We've started a fundraiser page, which is on our Facebook page. The link is on there as well. We have a very modest goal this year of raising $1,000, and that is nothing. We set the bar really low because we know that you guys will just knock that thing out of the park. But to be honest with you, me and Megan actually set a goal that we're actually even more excited about this year rather than the monetary one, and that is that we would like to have every single member of Coast Range CrossFit bring somebody to our event on the 24th that doesn't do CrossFit now. The reason why we want to have people do that is that positive impact on the Gilroy community that we were talking about. This is going to be our first real way for us to reach out and to take the things that we've been talking about and wanting to do and to start to actually do them. We all know as Coast Rangers and as CrossFitters what a positive impact CrossFit has on our lives and on people's lives and everything else, but a lot of people don't understand that. They think that CrossFit is just a crazy routine where people rip their hands and throw up and and throw way too much weight over their head. There's no way they could ever possibly do that. What they don't get the opportunity to see is the amazing things that CrossFit does for people within our community. And that's events like Barbells for Boobs. We're going to be barbecuing. Beer's going to be out there. We're going to be doing the workout Grace, so 30 clean and jerks for time, 135 for the guys, 95 for the ladies. Again, there's no CrossFit experience necessary in order to attend that event. We all know that CrossFit is infinitely scalable, so that doesn't mean that people are doing 135 or 95. We could have people with a PVC pipe squat into a box, and we can help them stand back up off that box and press overhead. If you're in a wheelchair, come on out. We can get you to do some strict presses for 30 reps, and I'll hold on to the back of your wheelchair. Bottom line is that our goal is to get every single one of our members to bring in somebody from outside of our community that doesn't do CrossFit and to give them the opportunity to see what positive influence CrossFit has on our community and on the world as a whole. So again, 9 a.m. next Saturday, October 24th, will be our Barbells for Boobs event. I'm going to start cleaning the grill pretty soon, getting the coolers ready, and making sure the canopy is going up as well. We really want to blow this one out of the park, you guys, and that comes down to you guys helping us out with this. So please, 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 please find somebody that you know that doesn't do CrossFit and bring them by. They don't have to work out. That's not what we're concerned about. We just want them to be there. We just want them to see the positive impact that we're having as a community, and we want them to somehow get involved in that. And that's not necessarily them doing CrossFit, but maybe that's them helping out with the events that we do every once in a while, or it's them just spreading the word. It's them going away from our event on the 24th going, wow, man, you know, I knew CrossFit was whatever, but I didn't realize that it had such a positive impact. And that's them telling their friends, and their friends telling their friends, and maybe eventually down the line, that's somebody in Santa Cruz or Georgia that they know that goes and tries CrossFit at a gym there and changes their lives. So so that's where we're at now. That's going to be our next event. It's next Saturday, October 24th. We've got the Barbells for Boobs event. Again, all the information is going to be on our Facebook page. Links to our fundraising page, as well as some awesome videos to get you guys kind of fired up and inspired on it as well. And take that challenge seriously, guys. Even if you don't donate $1, could care less. Let's take that other challenge even more serious and find somebody to bring to this event to witness what we do as Coast Range CrossFit for this community. So that's our next event. After that, we also have some pretty cool things happening. The following day, actually October 25th, we've got a group of athletes that are heading up to do a weightlifting meet in San Francisco. So that's going to be super cool. It's actually the last chance for a bunch of people to qualify for the American Open. If you don't know what the American Open is, it's a really big weightlifting meet within the community. It allows people to qualify for nationals as well. And it's an awesome opportunity for basically a lot of our athletes to get outside their comfort zone and do something different. So if you guys are free that Sunday, please head on up. Ask any of the coaches for information on it, and we can let you guys know. So 24th, we've got the Barbells for Boob event, and the 25th, we've got the weightlifting event. After that, we've got October 31st, Christopher Robertson, the owner of One World CrossFit up in Fremont, is hosting his annual Fall Brawl competition, and we have a bunch of our athletes that are going up there for that as well. So if you guys are free on Halloween and you want to head on up and help support our athletes, we have a bunch of actually people that are doing their first ever competition that weekend too as well. We've got one that I'm super duper excited about, and that's Jenny Klett is going to be teaming up with Whitney. And so they're going to be doing a team. This is both of their first ever CrossFit competitions, and I'm super fired up to watch them and to cheer them on. We also have a bunch of other studs that are going to be up there as well. If you guys haven't signed up for it and you guys want to, it's teams of two men or two women are going to be doing the event, and it was programmed by yours truly, Wes.